Well, you're being, very close now.
By the way, it's recording now.
Okay, let's get that.
See, but that's good candid interaction too. So, where you're not, I didn't tell you I was filming, so it kind of lets you.
Hey man, what's up? This is Ayin Thropos right here. You're on the unique. And let me tell you the final secret of this
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, Nancy. Nancy, do you realize how much close this motherfucker is? Jesus Christ, Nancy. Nancy, roll up your window. Nancy, roll up the window. Baby, it's putting a light on us.
So, when on the subject of the black goo, one of the most interesting things about it is that, this whole tradition of, we see these Merlin top figures, these castle courtiers, and all the intrigue and everything like that happened in these palaces. Well, come to find out, the black goo was present back then, possibly even as far back as ancient Egypt, and it's been depicted in coins and stuff like this. And basically, the way the narrative goes, I'm not here to tell you what to believe, what I believe, or anything like this. We're just talking about some very heavy narratives, and that is the black goo. Now we fast forward to the present. All right. Welcome to another enticing episode of You Don't Know. You don't know, huh? So don't act like you do. On tonight's show, we have Tony Rodriques, the experiencer of the secret space program. And we are going to talk to this young man and pick his brain and find out all of the interesting information that he's got to offer the audience of You Don't Know. So strap in. It's going to be a bumpy ride, huh? That's it.
And then I got curious and I started looking for the other stuff, when was that? 15. So about a year later, I was able to go there. I saved up some money and I took a trip and I went to Seattle. And it was freaky, man, because I didn't know my way around. I was by myself. My wife was going to go. and she couldn't make it at the last minute, so I just went by myself. And I stayed the night. I got to Seattle, and I stayed the night. And then the next morning, I was going to go to the house and take the ferry. And I remembered all the ferries, the routes, and everything. And I didn't know my way around Seattle. I couldn't find my way around that town. It's like confusing, you know. Seattle's 3D. There's hills, so you can take this road and not go to this road.
Yeah.
So I didn't know my way around. As soon as I got in range of the island where I was, I didn't need Google Maps anymore. I had mapped it out.
Like that?
No, people that are talking on the comments.
Yeah.
They go, who does this guy think he is? Whatever. This guy.
Like that?
No, people that are talking on the comments.
Yeah.
They go, who does this guy think he is? Whatever. This guy.
Like that?
No, people that are talking on the comments.
Yeah.
They go, who does this guy think he is? Whatever. This guy. And then I got curious and I started looking for the other stuff. You know. When was that? 15. So about a year later, I was able to go there. I saved up some money and I took a trip and I went to Seattle. And it was freaky, man, because I didn't know my way around. I was by myself. My wife was going to go, and she couldn't make it at the last minute. So I just went by myself. And I stayed the night. I got to Seattle, and I stayed the night. And then the next morning, I was going to go to the house and take the ferry. And I remembered all the ferries, the routes, and everything. And I didn't know my way around Seattle. I couldn't find my way around that town. It's like confusing, you know. Seattle's 3D. There's hills, so you can take this road and not go to this road.
Yeah.
So I didn't know my way around. As soon as I got in range of the island where I was, I didn't need Google Maps anymore. I had mapped it out.
Right. Alright already. Ayin Thropos here. You're watching You Don't Know. What I'm going to relate to you right now, I'm not going to, disguise my behavior or do anything like that. The reason I'm telling you this about some technical difficulties is not because of the technical difficulties per se, but the aspects of high strangeness surrounding these technical difficulties. Let me just cut to the chase, all right? Let me just cut to the point. Within minutes of interviewing Tony Rodriques tonight, and the interview lasted well over an hour, probably almost an hour and a half, I immediately went to check the footage, and let me tell you, I use a backup system, whereas I am recording these interviews with the camera for the most part off of my MacBook Air. And I also have a 1080p DSLR camera, and that's what you're watching me on right now. It's this DSLR camera that's right here. Here's the Mac I use to conduct my interviews. So it's being recorded on the Mac and being recorded on a secondary unit, this DSLR camera, and that is for two reasons. One, the DSLR gets a better picture and it records in 1080p. As any of you who are techies know, Mac still to this day, believe it or not, in 2018 does not put out a laptop that has a 1080p camera on it. I don't know why. Okay. So anyway, on most of my videos, it can sometimes be one or the other, but most of the videos that I make, and I've got 44 videos. I've got 44 videos right now. And anyway, so all these videos that you see that I make, if I'm interviewing a compelling author or experiencer, I'm doing it through my laptop, through the internet. They're somewhere else in the world, and I'm using Skype, and I have a third-party software that records these conversations, whereas I get two separate, tracks, two separate files, once I use the, software to de-interlace them, so that I can, bring you these videos. And so when you're, seeing my end of it, it's through this right here, or part of it is, which is 720p, and then also through this this Canon semi-professional, whatever, Rebel T6 or something like that camera. This is a DSLR, and it records in 1080p. The majority of what you're seeing that I do. Now on these interviews where I'm interviewing this compelling author or experiencer, they're using Skype, so they're using whatever camera they're using, probably a camera similar to mine, and but it's being streamed through the internet, so there's maybe a little bit of latency, and then also the picture's a little bit fuzzier. It just so happens that I've got a degree in video production, and made commercials. I used to make commercials for radio and television. Okay, so I'm not an expert cinematographer by any means, and I'm not even a great editor. You know, I'm a kick-ass show host, right? That's it. But anyway, I wanted you to know these technical aspects and technical facts so that you'll feel confident that there was no operator error here. Something fucking happened, huh? I mean, there's no explanation. I'm not even going to speculate as to what happened. I can tell you this. I interviewed Tony Rodriques for about an hour and a half. I did not vet everything he said. In other words, I'm not coming out here and telling you everything Tony Rodriques says is true. You know, I'm not like David Wilcock, you know, vouching for the truth of others. Right? Come on, man. Come on. Yet, I tell you, I found out that Tony Rodriques seemed to be a very honorable and truthful person. And he not only for sure believes in what he's saying, but there's definitely many aspects of the story that have a ring of truth to it. And, you know, I'm not going to pass judgment right now, say whether I believe or do not believe in these, you know, travels to other planets and stuff like that. I will tell you that Tony Rodriques, I like him. He seems like a nice guy.